Okay, guys, guess what? We're going to talk about, well, something that a lot of people wanted me to say. So we're not going to really tell you anything, but I'm going to show you a few things. Dr. Robert Cassar, eartheracademy.com. This is Rethinking Reality. So I'm at the beach over here in Hapuna and got a lot of tourists here. And this is one of the most beautiful beaches, 45 minutes from my house. Try to come every 2 weeks at least. And I come down and stretch and everything. But the thing I just want you to remember, rethink reality. It's going to be hard for some people because remember, there's a lot of indoctrination in this world. A lot. So I'm walking right now, right? And I'm in Hawaii. And some of you already know what I'm going to say because I question people all the time. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm just going to tell you what I feel. And what I feel right now is that, well, I'm in Hawaii on the Big Island. And if you look that up on the so-called, give it away here, globe, right? We are in the middle, in the equator, right? Wow, look at this place. We're in the middle, in the equator. So all the people that you see right here, right, they're in Hawaii. And according to what you've been told, okay, not what you feel, but according to what you've been told, and of course, there's nothing that ever proves that, but let's go ahead and just take a look. All these people right here, they're all walking sideways. Everybody. Whoop, a butterfly just went by. That's flying sideways, right? All the things right here that you see, trees, that hotel, there's a paddleboard way over there, canoe, they're sideways right now. Now that's what you're told, right? But you don't really realize it a lot of times because you have to go to a place like Hawaii where someone will ask you the question. What do you think? Do you think these waves in this water is holding sideways right now? And I can see a ship way over there, sport fisher, way in that direction over there. Do you think that he's going uphill right now? Or downhill in his little diesel engine? Do you think so? I just want you to use your critical thinking and not your hearsay thinking. And this is hard for people to grab, just this one question. All these people here, supposedly why they're walking sideways is because they are part of the gravity theory. Right? And what happens when you go to Australia? Does that mean if we're at a beach like this that the water is being held upside down and everybody there is walking upside down? How about I don't even want to go to Australia just to see the kangaroos or koala bears. I want to go to Australia for what? I want to walk upside down. I want to pat the flight attendants and also the pilot. Because why? Because he's going to fly the plane upside down and he's going to land upside down. And that is a feat, miracle. That's all I'm trying to go ahead and show you. Use your sensors, okay? Use your sensors and not your perverted senses, right? The five sense reality is a illusion reality. The sixth sense reality is all five senses, and that becomes... Just dropped my mic in the water too. Salt water's gonna ruin it. You put all five senses together and what do you get? You got the sixth sense. And that means you have critical thinking. This means that maybe you will ask questions. So next time you come to Hawaii, okay, I want you to sort of feel this feeling, or wherever you're living right now. Remember, I'm supposed to be on the equator, and they say that we are spinning 1,100 miles an hour at the equator. Look it up yourself, right? They say that our Earth is traveling around the sun, right? How fast do you think? Got a lot of coding here. How fast is the Earth traveling around the sun? What do they say? Look it up. The magic number, 66,600 miles an hour. Traveling, okay, where nobody knows, nobody goes, right? How about this place here, okay, is a special place. And maybe the people that we see, remember, you have to have critical thinking to be able to not believe things that are nonsense. Okay? Like I said, it's hard for people to grab this. So, again, this is rethinking reality. I'm walking sideways on the beach right now. I'm on the Big Island. And everybody here, this little guy's going to go ahead and use his boogie board. And all this water is held sideways as we're spinning 1,100 miles an hour. And how I'm... Hold on, let me get my phone different. I'm standing on one leg, balancing, right? All at 1,100 miles an hour. Man, you feel movement when you go down an elevator just a little bit. You feel movement if your car just moves a few miles an hour. You can feel the acceleration. Anyways, how about this place we live in is a realm. Nobody knows what it is, so quit trying to find out. We just know what you told us what it is not what it is. Like in the Matrix, right? Do you want to know what it is? How about earth, water, fire, air, and ether? Do you want to know what it is? And I'm getting cleansed right now, just grounded. Do you want to know what it is? Switch arms here. This place that we live on. Remember, they also told you that you came from a monkey, didn't they? That's what they teach you at school. That you, of course, believe in the evolution theory, don't you? That fish swam out of the ocean and got legs and became birds with feathers in time. Do you believe that at all? Or do you believe in maybe that there is a divine presence in this realm? And the things that are real, okay, what does that mean? The things that are real, like, I'm going to talk a little faster so we can get this out. The things that are real are the things that basically we see in nature. Remember, earth, water, fire, air, ether. This is what you may want to call God, right? That's what you may want to call God. The birds, the bees, the whales, the snails, okay? The fish, spiders, whatever it is. These are intelligently designed things. Do you think they came from the Big Bang? Again, theory. Everybody tells you, remember, it's theory. But do you want to pay for this theory? You want to go to school to learn theories? Okay? The theory of relativity, the theory of gravity. Those are the things that they'll tell you about, right? But you got to pay for this, and you have to be graded on regurgitating whatever, of course, they say it is. So I see right now there's a war on God. And let's take away from all the personificational gods. Okay? Like Buddha, Krishna, Lord Orion, Jesus Sananda Ben-Hur, all of these people. Okay? Mithra, all the stories. Remember, again, stories that we're told. Believe as you want, B-E-L-I-E, lie. Believe as you want. Because you have to believe in something. Why is that? When you came to this place, remember, everything that's real has an intact software program. That means that they don't need to go to school. They don't believe in Buddha. They don't believe in money. Paper, plastic, and numbers, the ledger. They don't believe in politics. They don't believe in red ties or blue ties or the picking of choices of the Democrat, right? Look at this symbology. Democrat, the demons, right? Versus the red ties. Blue ties are the demons, right? The extractors. And the red ties are who? Those are the so-called Republicans, but how about they're the reptiles? They create things. They compete with each other. Capitalism, to go into one arena and one comes out the victor, right? That's how you run a lot of things, to be able to maybe get better things in your society. Let's compete with each other. I think it's great. And if you're very low IQ, you don't like capitalism. Is because why? Because you can't compete with those that have higher form neural nets, a different species of being. And there's lots of people here, but are they the same species? Who made them is the question, right? Were we genetic experiments, as Sitchin, right? If you don't know him, he's one of these so-called scholars that deciphered the Sumerian tablets, so they say. And of course, how did he go ahead and decipher? Remember, everything's a good story. Acupuncture points, they're good stories. It's all hearsay. Who came up with this stuff? Who came up with how a blade of grass works? Because you don't know, right? It's theory. You don't know how a blade of grass works. You watch it grow. You can name some of the reactions, but how does it do it? How does it grow? And then go ahead and replicate itself. Remember, these are intelligently designed things. But science, in Gematria, just so you know, is 33. And if you haven't seen, well, a couple of good Rethinking realities. It's called one called Endgame, so you can see a little bit of the nanotech that I had inside me, and maybe you want to go, if you want to learn a little bit about the coinky dinkies of Gematria. And Gematria is where you take words and phrases and numbers together and you decode them in a cipher that's given to us, and it's made for people that are investigating maybe the English language. Could it be possible? This is one of the episodes on BitChute. Could it be possible that we speak a satanic coded and fallen angel created language? The twisted language of English, right? Here's a good example. I see you, the letter C, right? The big C. And what's behind me? I see an ocean behind me. Well, I see also the sea behind me, right? Okay, so this is the twisted language, right? I know about things, and no, you cannot have those things. No wonder people can't go ahead and learn the language of English. And English is very interesting, right? Where did it come from? It came from Latin, didn't it? Latin. So another thing that would be super important to learn, and you may want to go ahead and look at Mark Passio's videos, Mark Passio, and watch maybe his Natural Law. I think it's 7 hours long. Good for you to watch a few times. Learn about natural law. And another good video you may want to watch. Remember, you want to see a little bit? Remember, this is the revealing. This is the, say, constellation of Aquarius. All secrets to be revealed at this time. I didn't make this up. They're the ones that are telling this. So, a good video, documentary also. It's like 5 hours long, but it's excellent. Well made. And it's to show you, like it says on the title, mind-blowing. The things that you didn't know about the lost history of the earth, of this place. And look at how many other civilizations have lived here, you know, behind us, and just recently. Look at all those buildings that you see all over the place. Those magnificent buildings that we couldn't even build today, including Washington, D.C., and all the churches and all the places around the world. You had to have technology just to be able to build those. You couldn't build those with horse and buggies. Okay, but the lost history of the earth is excellent. Remember, it's for you to just sort of catch up a few things. Remember, am I walking sideways right now? Is the place that we live in, is this what they call the mind prison? Mind prison. What does that mean? I gotta switch arms, my arm's getting tired. People are probably watching me and they're going, what the heck is that guy doing? So, I could go on this video for a long time, but Gematria is very important for you to be able to sort of see the decoding of the language. Like, I'm in Hawaii right now, right? But if you put that into the Gematrinator calculator, and on BitChute, I have a channel called, it's just for entertainment purposes only, Kawinky Dinkies. Remember, nobody knows how a blade of grass works, and I don't think anybody knows these ciphers, but it's Kawinky Dinky that we speak a language that is totally coded. Especially the organizations, even Monsanto, right? What do you think that cipher is? 666. Hawaii. Check it out. They probably own the best lands and best places around, right? Hawaii. 666. Kawinky Dinky? Maybe. How about New York? Financial mega state, right? What do you think that one is? New York, 666. How about beautiful land? The big blue skies of Montana. Montana, 666. Anyways, there's lots of people that you could sort of learn from that help you so you can maybe see some of this coding. And it's an honor to be able to see that this realm here is definitely a mind prison. Okay? And it's hard for people to grab this. Remember, I've been studying this for over 40 years. Always studying, looking at the covert operations, right, of how billions of people are consciously controlled. Because, you gotta switch arms again. Because, remember, when you came to this place, you had amnesia. You didn't know anything. Didn't even know how to wipe your arse in the right direction. You didn't know how to eat. You didn't know how to speak. You didn't know what to do as far as dressing, anything. Did you have any intact programs inside you? You had none. You had amnesia. And so the true things on this planet that have not been domesticated, because we've been not only domesticated, but if you see the studies that they do on people, if you don't teach that human or thing, that creature, anything, what do you think it becomes? A barbarian. So if the software programs of all the people are empty, no wonder we have to go through 12 grades. You can call it propaganda, you can call it whatever, right? In order to live under the spell, you have to go to school, right? Your brain's erased, and you learn things that basically you, of course, are wondering about. And you can't answer or question anything because you're too young. But it is programmed into your head, especially year after year. Okay? And everybody consensually believes the same things, right? Evolution theory. And the first monkey, what was his name, right? 4.2 million years ago, what was it called? Lucy. Was that the missing link? Lucy, Lucifer, really? Anyways, that's enough. Anyway, time you speak the language of English, it's just like I said, very interesting to see. Oh, make sure I didn't lose my hat. Oh shit, I did. Where'd it go? Oh, maybe I'm way over here. Okay, they moved it up for me. I've been walking down the beach here in my own little thing. So, you're very easy to program is because you don't have any programming. Remember, all the things that are natural are what I call God. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. All the things that don't need to go ahead and have any information instilled into their mind. We call ourselves the smart civilization. Then why do we need to go to school? I bet you most of you, okay, couldn't even graduate the 5th grade in the school of nature. And what is that? See if you can make 3 fires within 3 hours. Okay? That's Mark, he's telling me. You've been on the phone too long. 3 hours for me without a match. Remember, you need fire to live. But you are fed, you are watered, and they pick up after us with the trash of all the people that make Well, I'll get into this on another video, but can you blame... Oh, I gotta switch arms here. Can you blame the controllers when you go to the big cities and you see that place, the Devil's Playground, and all the people in it? Each one of those people, none of them are adding one thing back into the system, just so you know. And if you look at people at another level, do you create things and add to the things you take away? Or have we become, no matter how we got here, have we become parasites to God, to the earth? Just like in the Matrix, right? The Agent Smith, Agent, just so you know, 33, and Smith, 33, twin 33s. Agent Smith tells Morpheus, I've been studying your kind for some time. You are not mammals. No, you're not. You go from town to town, city to city, and place to place, and all you do is destroy, use, and do not replace anything. You are not mammals. We, of course, have classified you as a different species. And what do you think you are? Okay? You're a parasite. You take and don't give, just as the definition of a parasite. And if you want to learn about parasites, go to eartheracademy.com, go on, look on parasites. The physical demons that are in people. Physical. Anyways. The humans, most of them, living in the city especially, you don't put one thing back into this place. That just, basically we are parasites to everything. We buy, we don't grow anything. Some do. And we don't replace things that we use. But we certainly have a lot of trash. And if you were running this realm, you can see why they want to do the Great Reset, right? It's because civilization is the way I see it. Most of it's broken. Very broken. Mentally, physically. And today, like I said, there's a lot of decent in shape people. I don't see any obese people today. Hardly any guys that are wearing shirts. Usually guys wear shirts is because they got gynecomastia. They don't want to show everybody their boobies, right? Forget about their belly hanging over their waist. They don't want to show them their boobies. So it's good. Don't see any. Look, you see a lot of young guys like this guy right here having fun. Anyways, okay, that's enough. We'll talk more about this on other Rethinking Realities, but just know that there's lots of questions when you have critical thinking. Lots of things that you may want to ask if you have two brains activated and a pineal gland that's even minimally activated. And the pineal gland, just so you know, is the biggest statue in the front of the Vatican, the pine cone. It's on the front of the Sumerian staff. It's on a lot of the Pope's staff too, that pine cone, that pineal, okay, gland, the interdimensional gland, that maybe what it's for is to be able to activate both hemispheres of the brain. How about that? And maybe there's a reason why a lot of people's pineal glands are calcified from, as they say, I'm not saying this, is what the literature says, sodium fluoride and other metals that basically attach itself or calcify itself to this gland, making it so it cannot function. So if you don't have a pineal gland functioning, you don't dream. No, you don't. Okay, because your pineal gland makes dimethyltryptamines, and that's how you dream. Okay? And if you don't dream, that means you feel very empty. And if you feel empty, most likely, like I said, there's lots of things you can do, but you may want to go get an x-ray of your, it's called a skull x-ray, AP, anterior, posterior, just one x-ray from the front, and tell me you want to see the radiologist. You don't have to go to the doctor, just want to get an x-ray of your face, your skull, to see if your pineal gland is calcified. And you should have no calcifications on that. And if you don't know what that looks like, Google it. I'll show you a few pictures here. Calcified pineal glands. And what does that gland do? Again, how do you know? Well, a lot of ancient literature, they, of course, see this gland as the prize gland of the mind. This is the gateway to activation of maybe interdimensional worlds. And if you sleep at night and you don't dream, you don't leave this world. Remember, when you dream, you can fly. You can do as you wish. And if you watch a lot of programming on the television, there's special technology there, guys. Special technology that tunes your subconscious mind to be able to, when you go to sleep, that's what you're going to think of. You watch that horror stuff, that perversion, all that weird stuff, then you did it to yourselves, guys. Remember, this is the ethereal demons. And are they real? Bet you. Why you're scared in your dreams, right? It's because you're watching things you shouldn't watch on the television. That's why. Anyways, take care of yourselves, guys. Ground yourself. And don't eat so much crap. A lot of people, just 2 secs, a lot of people have gained a ton of weight since your lockdown, right? Eat 1 meal a day. Follow our earthacademy.com. A lot of good stuff, I told you, on the private channel. Learn yourself. Practice yourself. Remember, it's practicing. You go to a doctor, he's practicing. How many years have you been practicing? Think of it. How many years have you been practicing, attorney? Do you know how to play a song yet, or do you still practice? Everybody's an individual. Okay, just remember that. And everything's an experiment, no matter what you do on yourself. So all I can do is show you what I've learned and tested on, I'd say over 100,000 plus people. And people doing things on their own, that was just when I saw patients. But people doing things on their own, you know what they get? They are learning things by seeing critical thinking, maybe. Remember, you're just experimenting with everything. So be careful, as I always say. Learn the protocols: skin cleaning, vitamin D, nude sunbathing, fasting, remineralization. Learn the warnings of a vegan diet. Watch my Rethinking Realities in like early 2020. Okay, watch my 4 or 1 year transformation, so you can see I gained 25 pounds of muscle from a malnourished plant-based person with a lot of sickness and pre-aging. And a lot of, if I wasn't the person I am, I would have had to go to the doctor. Why? Because I was scared shitless, because I had blood in my stools. What are you going to do? You're going to go to the doctor and put you on a synthetic medicine, or are you going to dig deep before you get sick? Anyways, I got some good videos on using anti-parasitic medications that are proven. We'll do those privately on Earth Academy. Don't even want to say their names here. But I use these. Herbs are one thing, but there are proven substances that we all need to do, okay, to be able to keep our creature level, parasite level, down to a manageable event. Because when you're sick, guys, could it be possible? Cancer is a parasite. Just asking that question, right? Could it be possible? Could it be possible I'm walking straight up and down, and behind me, look, it's straight as an arrow? And one last thing, look, that's Maui over there. If you go to Maui, okay, you'll find out that from Hawaii, the north point of Hawaii, to Maui is 90 miles. And if you go on the Earth calculator curve, okay, it's a website that'll show you the calculations of the Earth, of what they say the Earth is curved at, right? 8 inches squared per mile. And it has a program that you can go ahead and put in. So 90 miles, I'm not sure what it is, but it's like 3,500 feet, something like that. And you can take a telescope over there, there's videos, and you could go ahead and actually see the beach from here, which would be impossible if this place was as they said. Impossible. Light's not going to go around that, and of course I'm just wanting to see one experiment, how you can get water to stick to the side of any type of round ball and spin it. That goes against physics, and the only thing you can say, of course, is the law or the theory of gravity. Again, just think about things, guys. None of us know what the truth is. That's what the big deal is. All we'll find out is that all secrets to be revealed, and a lot of things that we've been told are just, as they say in Europe, poppycock. Okay? A lot of good story. Religions, everything. This realm, of course, needs people to be able to function. We'll get into another video on why is there so much suffering here. Could it be possible that there's something behind the world of form that feeds off of the suffering of those that are in form? Could it be possible that your parasites that you have in your body are antenna to this demonic realm that exists behind the scenes? No one can see it, no one can feel it, but it's there, especially if you activate it in your system and you have the possible physical parasites, which of course, could it be possible they are antenna to the world, of course, that you don't want to have anything to do with. Why? Because it feeds off of your energy and it'll drain you really good. As you can see, a lot of mental people, they are possessed, aren't they? I see a lot of people mind possessed, talking to themselves. Okay? What has inhabited their mind? Not body, their mind. Everything's frequency, vibration, light. Tesla says that. Of course, Tesla again, Gematria 33. How did he come up with all those inventions? How did he? Says he got them from, well, from the ethers. Could it be possible that this information is just basically put into the system here and has been used over and over and over and over again? The Tartarian Empire. Watch those videos. I'll give you a few videos, like I said, to be able to go ahead and see about some of the things that you may not, well, noticed. That's all. It's the age of the revealing. Let's see if you have a little courage and you can take the information that you know in your head, and what you can do is don't fight it. Open up another chapter in your brain and put it in there and get enough in there and then ask questions. Take notes. Remember, this is the revealing. It's a special time to be alive. A special time to be alive in the Great Reset, the extraction, where all things go back in the box. Okay, as you can see what's going down. Pretty powerful system, right? Not even one bullet shot, and they took the economy down. And why? Because I said so, right? Simon says. But anyways, mind control was real, and if you didn't have the television, you couldn't control hardly anybody. That's the way it is. Anyways, we'll see you guys. Don't program your subconscious mind with perversion, because remember, at night they feed, and that technology is in your smart technology, as they say. I'm not telling you it is, but that's what I've read on the patent. Anyways, be careful. Aloha. We'll see you.